Tomorrow marks the 9-month anniversary for the Barack Obama presidency. He has spent the last 4 months primarily making the case for health care reform. According to the latest ABC Washington Post poll released tonight, fewer than half those polled agree with him. 45% approve of his plans for health care reform, 48% oppose. But perhaps the biggest surprise, 57% support one of the plan's most controversial elements, perhaps the most controversial: a government-sponsored insurance option. Other findings: the president has a 57% approval rating, his rating rising for the first time since April. And only 20% of the country now consider themselves Republican. That is the lowest level of support in 26 years. So George Stephanopoulos is with us tonight. George, a couple of things surprised me out of this. The public option in particular, more favor the public option, public insurance, government insurance plan, than favor health care reform itself?
Really surprising, Charlie. That's exactly right. What's ironic about this is that it may not make the job of the White House and Senate Democratic leaders any easier. They still don't have 60 votes in the Senate for this public health insurance option, and these poll numbers are likely to energize supporters of the option without moving the centrist senators who are opposed to it.
In other words, it deepens the divide over public option,
Exactly.
no public option. And they don't think they have the votes in the Senate any which way.
Not right now, Charlie. No, they don't.
And the Republican support level being so low.
26-year low, Charlie. This is a huge problem, especially when you compare it to President Obama. Look at this number. We asked Americans, who do you trust to make the right decisions for the country's future? 49% said President Obama. Only 19% said Republicans in Congress. Now, Republicans in Congress say they're still dealing with an overhang from the Bush years, but they also know that they have to get beyond this party of no label.
And something else that surprised me a little bit, the personal popularity of the president doesn't carry over much on domestic issues, but seems to on foreign policy issues. One
of the most interesting numbers in the poll, Charlie, the president's highest ratings on how he's handling his responsibilities as commander-in-chief. 57% of Americans approve of the way he's handling those responsibilities as commander-in-chief. Now, the big question going forward is, will those numbers survive the decision on sending troops to Afghanistan, which could come in the next couple of weeks?
All right, George Stephanopoulos, thanks very much.